If you throw a dice to a couple of nurses, say 10 nurses here in the UK, why they want to be agency nurses, 8 out of 10 is going to tell you that they want to be agency nurses because of the money. But in real sense, money is not the only reason why I personally love being an agency nurse. And in this video, I am going to be telling you the benefits I enjoy as an agency nurse. So if this looks like what you will love, please stick to the end of this video and enjoy the show. The very first benefit, which is very obvious to everyone being an agency nurse, is money, money, money. Okay, so I'm not going to dwell on that because we all know that the agencies pay higher than regular staff nurses salary do pay. I have a couple of videos I've made already about the highest paying agencies, so I'm going to just leave it in the description box. You can find that video if you haven't watched. Let's go over to the second benefit. The second benefit is you are more valued. I know it's a bit tricky, but that's the truth. Have you ever been in the ward when an agency nurse just walks down and the very first thing your charge nurse will say, or any other person will say, "Wow, thank you so much for coming. We are honestly really short staffed." And I'm like, okay, but I have been here and I have not been told thank you. Well, it's not always the case because honestly, my team is the best. They always tell you thank you for coming. But I'm talking like in general, you find out that the agency nurses are treated like egg when they just walk in because they are coming to save the day. Now, if you don't know what an agency nurse is a temporary staff. Locum nurses, they're not permanent, but they are just being sent out to help solve staff shortages. I personally, whenever I go to any shift, especially when it's a last minute shift, oh my god, I feel like they want to just hug me for coming. They'll be like, "Thank you so much for coming. We are really short." I'm like, okay, but this is my job, it's okay, don't thank me that much. But yeah, I think I feel more valued as an agency nurse than when I clock into my regular work. The reason why they are valued more is the fact that whenever there is a need for an agency nurse, it means it's very critical. Okay, so there are levels of being really short staff, really need someone desperately. Anyone that just turns up looks like an angel, you know. But you don't really get that when you're a staff now because they've seen your face so much and they are used to you, and whenever you come in, it's like, okay, but it's your normal beautiful job. People, welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, hi, my name is Teyo Goodness. I'm a registered nurse currently practicing here in the UK, and on this channel I share about life in the UK, nursing, and my travel adventures. So if this looks like something you would love, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and join the family. If you're my returning subscriber, I am grateful. Thank you so much for always. Another reason why I love agency nursing is the fact that it is less stressful. Okay, I have been an agency nurse for a while now, and I'm telling you that I don't feel my back aching when I come back from an agency shift as much as I do when I come back from my main job, because as an agency nurse, you are being treated like queen, right? You are given the least stressful patient because they know that by the time you get your way around the ward and everything, okay, by the time you get your orientation, you're already tired and you so much information. So why would they bother you with patients that are really sick? They actually give the sick patients to their main staff nurses, and you, an agency nurse, they just give you outlier or someone that is ready to go home, not someone still clinically unwell. Okay, so it's like you're doing a regular nursing job, no stress. That will bring me to the next point, which is you're not involved in the work politics. Okay, so in workplaces there are some people that are favorites to this one, favorite to that one. You don't even have any business with anything that is going on in the world. What you have to do is come to work, get the work done, make sure you sign your timesheet, get paid, and then voila, you go home. Okay, you don't care about who the matron loves, you don't care about who the senior staff nurse love, you don't care about anybody's favorite, you don't even care, you don't even know. That's the most important thing. You don't even know about what's going on. You just go there, do your work, and go home. Okay, so there's no work politics. Another thing is you're not involved in any clique. See guys, having clique in work setting is very, very normal. Okay, when you have a clique and you make anyone in that clique angry, automatically you are just enemies to every other person. But as an agency nurse, you are really like a newborn baby. You don't know anything that's going on, and you don't even care if they like you or not. You just, you know, do your thing. Another reason why I love being an agency nurse is the fact that it is very, very flexible. Honestly, guys, I cannot emphasize on the flexibility enough. You are able to pick up your shift whenever you like. No one forces you to come to work. You don't have any set schedules, okay? You just come and work whenever you feel like. So for agencies, you have an app where you pick up the shift when you want. They don't really like call you except like very, very urgent cases that they know that you will cover. For example, if I have been to a place before and they really need someone urgently and they put the shift up in the app and probably there's no one picking it, some of the agency workers, some of them will call you and be like, hi Dayo, we know you've been to this place, we really need someone urgently, can you cover this shit for us now? You still have the option to say no, okay? So just because they call you doesn't really mean you have to go. It's still very, very optional. So it's very flexible. You can choose when you want. Another thing I love about being an agency nurse is the fact that you can actually go wherever you want. Now, you know, guys, you guys know I love traveling, right? So one good thing I love about being an agency nurse, even if you travel out of your city, you can still pick up shifts anywhere. You don't have to be confided to a particular hospital. And anytime you go to a hospital or a care home you don't like, you can always decide never to go there, okay? So it's so sweet, so flexible, and it is like you can work anywhere and anytime. So I love it so much. And the reason why I love agency nurse is the fact that you can get paid same day or 3 days after. Depends on the exact agency you're working with. There are some agency that will pay you every day. Immediately you come back from your shift and you just submit your time sheet, you're getting paid immediately because of the app they use. There are some agencies that you get paid after 3 days, while there are some weekly. It can save the day, okay? So if you need money urgently, all you have to do is go out and work and you get paid that same day. I think it's something very, very nice, especially if there's an emergency and you don't have savings, which you should have, okay? But yeah, it does save the day. Nurses, one important thing that I cannot emphasize enough about being an agency nurse is constant skills development. Now let me tell you something. As an agency nurse, you can go to variety of settings anytime you want, as long as you can utilize your set skills in that area. So I am not telling you as a ward nurse to go to ITU, except they require you there and they already know that you can only do the basics of nursing, okay? Not intubating and extubating a patient. Probably they just need someone, because I know during the COVID time they allowed ward nurses to go to ITU to help out with the IVs, washing and all that. If it's that setting or that situation, that is honestly fine, but do not pick up an ITU shift when you know that they need a specialist ITU nurse. That's very, very wrong. In fact, some agencies will not even sign you up, so let's not go there. Now, what I mean by development of different skills is the fact that as a renal nurse, you can go and work in cardiology ward, endocrine ward, you can go to neuroscience ward, you can go to like variety of settings and get different skills. Even if you are not allowed to do specialist role, you can witness it. Like sometimes when I go to ward that I'm not so confident in, I'll just tell them that, look, this particular procedure I can't really do it, and they know, because sometimes when you pick up a shift in a general ward, they move it to specialist area that you can still use your general skills on. So they tell you, don't worry, we know you're not a specialist in this area, we'll do all the specialist role, just go and do your basic nursing care. And sometimes you witness them do these things and you are just like, wow, this is really nice, this is really interesting. And who knows, you might find a different specialty that you will find interesting. You might have a switch. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I love being an agency nurse. So much of work-life balance. Work-life balance for me is the best thing I can ever think of. Like when my career doesn't get into my social life. For example, if you're an agency nurse, you decide when you want to work. That means you can travel out whenever you want. You don't have to wait for someone to approve your annual leave. For me, that is the big flex. That's big pull. Like, take me on. Imagine me going on vacation whenever I want, come back and start working like I never had to. I don't have to wait for anyone to approve my paid time off. Guys, that is heaven. I love the fact that there's great work-life balance, which every nurse should take very seriously, because guys, in this country, we all know that school helps strengthen your relationship skills with different people. Now, I know that there are some people that love working with a particular team only, but when you're an agency nurse, you are faced with different people all the time. You work with different team, and that means you make good friendship with people you've never met before, which I love so much because I'm someone that loves making new friends. So you go into the ward and you see a new team, you make friends, and depending on how the shift goes, you can always go back to that particular area. And agency nurse, it helps build your skills of adaptation. Now when you go to a different ward, you have to adapt real quick, which also helps to improve your life in general. It just helps build my adaptation skills and my communication skills, which I love so much. Makes you to be very confident in yourself. But yeah, these are the reasons why I love being an agency nurse, and not just the pay. Next time when they ask you why you want to be an agency nurse, I hope you have something else to say instead of just saying the pay. The pay is not the only reason why I love it personally. For you, it might be the only reason, but I think these other reasons are very, very valid reasons why I love being an agency nurse. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more content. You know how we do it. I'll see you guys in my next one.